Hey, Shalom Markim, this is Rakan Bakapash from Jimas London, giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bah Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Bashem Chachwadash. Want to give double honors unto the elders, the apostles of GMS, and Shalom out there to the whole products, pushing his truth in all sincerity. Back again with another video. And, again, bro posted up in this in the chat, and you got this video here from Talk TV, right? And it states that 53 banks are closing a month. Right, banks increasingly shut down as UK goes cashless, right? And yeah, I mean that's quite a lot. That's a lot, right? I think uh in the article associated with it, I think they said it's like 6,000 banks in the last 9 years or something like that, right? So it equates to this 53 banks a month thing, right? So we've been telling you for a long time. Okay, the ESOL is changing his system. Okay, and cash is not involved in that system. Right, they are moving towards digital currencies, CBDCs. Right, central bank digital currencies. Right, using the blockchain. Okay, you've seen these big wigs, these elites or whatever, right? Tell you these things, right? The vision that they have, right, for their future, for their new system, the new world order, so to speak, right? That's what it is, right? And because they want to monitor and they want to control all transactions, right? They don't want any transactions being made in cash because it's not traceable. Okay, once it leaves the ATM, that's it. It's they don't know what's happening with that cash. Okay, until they don't know nothing, right? They don't know who's holding what, right? You got the jobs that are cash in hand, right? They don't want you earning money or receiving money or giving money off the books. They want to monitor and control all transactions, man. And this is where the MOTB comes into play, because that's exactly what it's there for, right? To completely track and monitor everything that you do, right? Including, how you're using the currency. Okay, how you making transactions, where you making it, how you getting that money. They want it completely logged, right? And even though the system that is currently here, does that to some extent, because before we even get paid, the money gets taken out in taxes and stuff like that. The PAYE, we all sign up to that. If you've got a conventional job in the system, right, your money gets deducted, and if your national insurance and that kind of shit gets taken out before you even get paid, right? So they know how much you earn and all that kind of stuff, right? But not everybody, not everybody's got a job like that, right? Some, like I said, get cash in the hand and things like this, right? And that can't be allowed anymore, right? Esau wants to know where everything is. Okay, you are his product. You are his his property, right? And he wants to track and monitor everything. So it won't be long until you start seeing these CBDCs, man. Okay, because they're closing these banks quickly, right? And so there's no more banks. Or the less banks, the less cash is in the system. They said less ATMs, less places where you can go get cash, right? And eventually, there ain't gonna be no cash. All right, and so you're gonna have to move on to this digital based currency. Okay, and that, maybe not right from the get-go, but that will be accompanied by the MOTB. Okay, that's where it's all heading. All right, so let me just get a few scriptures. This is from Sirach chapter 12 verse 4. And the doors shall be shut in the streets when the sound of the grinding is low, and he shall rise up at the voice of the bird, and all the doors of music shall be brought low. Right, so these are part of the doors in the streets, right? These banks closing down, disappearing, right? As well as other businesses shutting down, being boarded up, right? Unoccupied. We've seen a lot of it. Okay, we've seen a lot of it here in the UK, and there's a lot of it in America and everywhere else in the world, man. There's a lot of places just shutting up, places that were vibrant and busy, and not so vibrant and busy anymore, man. Okay, they're not bringing in the what they call that, the same amount of customers as they did, not making as much money as they did. Everything's going up in price, the rent and all that kind of stuff. So business has got to shut down. Businesses have got to shut down, and they have been. Okay, so these banks they're doing the same thing. Okay, so for these old people, they like going to the bank, right? They're like having cash, and they're not all up to date with using contactless payments and mobile phone payments. They're not really up to date with these things, man. They like using the cash because that's what they're used to, right? But this system is not for them unless they ready to get hit with the chip. Unless they're ready to get hit with the system, they're gonna get left behind, man. And these elites, they said as much. Okay, they're not waiting for people, man. They don't care about people, man. They want the system in. Right, the devil coming through great wrath because he have but a short time. He's running on a time, man. So he ain't waiting for nobody, man. Obviously, everything's got to be done in its right order, in its right time, according to the Heavenly Father, right? Because he's the one that's controlling this, right? But these people are not gonna. They don't care about these old people. Oh yeah, but what about the old people? They're alien to the technology. They don't give a shit. Die then, And you see you see it. They're callous, man. They don't care. You know, man, they destroy their pensions, everything. They don't care about old people. All right. It's Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 48. It says, "Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee in hunger and in thirst and in nakedness and in the want of all things, and he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee." Right, because Esau's plan with this system, man, crashing this one is going to cause you, the people out here, to be completely dependent on the government, for all things, right? We already, in a kind of state like that, right? Esau provides for everything because he runs everything, he owns everything, right? So we have to go to him for everything, trainers, cars, work, anything. We have to go to him. He's the one running the shit, right? It's his world, it's his kingdom, right? But he gonna make things even worse for us. He gonna make things even worse for us, where we have very little choice at all, right? Once we take an MOTB, well, this is how he's gonna get us to take it because we're gonna be suffering in a time of trouble, right? With famines and pestilences and war, civil war and all kinds of things, man. Esau's gonna have the people backed into a corner, desperate for a solution, desperate, for some security, right? And Esau's gonna be the only one that can seemingly the only one that can provide, right? Because things are gonna be so crazy out here, so dire, right? And so you're gonna conform to his demands, man. You're gonna have this digital based currency out here, right? So people would have got used to the idea of using these things because Esau's probably gonna have that implemented a little beforehand, but this whole beforehand until it's in your hand, until he brings out this MOTB, and you people start taking it because it's secure. It can verify you. It can make sure everyone gets their fair shake. Just how they were talking. Is it during World War II? With the ration cards and that. So everyone, because the prices were going so mad, the only people that could really afford it were those that were better off, rich and whatever. But so everyone can get a fair shake, so to speak, that things can be distributed evenly. The government stepped in, right, and held the prices, so to speak, right, and gave everyone these ration cards so that everyone could get their fair share, right? It's the same thing with the MOTB. It's going to be put like that to the people, and they're going to be like, yeah, we need this. Yeah, we need this. We need to eat, nigga. That's my old Apostle Tahar's video. But yeah, man, people are gonna want to eat, and so they're gonna be desperate and cave into this to the pressure of taking the MOTB, right? So until you have destroyed thee, right, he gonna put a yoke of iron upon thy neck, which is this MOTB, this new one, this digital yoke, right, so to speak. All right, and everybody that takes that mark is gonna be destroyed, man. Okay, but I'm gonna get that in a minute. So let me grab this first. All right, this is from Genesis chapter 27. Yeah, sorry, 47. Um, so I'm gonna read from verse 13, right? So, and there was no bread in all the land, for the famine was very sore, so that the land of Egypt and all the land of Canaan fainted by the reason of the famine, right? So famine or food scarcity is going to be an issue. It was an issue then, and it's going to be an issue again today in these times, right? It's going to force people to do things they wouldn't usually do, things they wouldn't have thought they would have done, but they've been doing it gradually, a lot, especially since 9/11, right? Giving away their freedoms, right, for security, right? And that's been, being eroded. Freedoms were being eroded steadily ever since, right? And so, we're going to get to this point here where people are going to find it hard to have access to food, right? And so, these people were desperate, right? So, verse 14 says, and Joseph gathered up all the money that was found in the land of Egypt, okay, and in the land of Canaan for the corn which they bought, and Joseph brought the money into Pharaoh's house, right? So he was collecting money because people were coming to them to buy, right? And the money failed in the land of Egypt, meaning people ran out of money, and obviously when demand's high, things are expensive, right? If the demand is high and the supply is limited, okay, it makes these things super expensive, so the money run out quick. Just like it's going to run out in this system, man. All these inflated prices, man, they're going to continue to inflate. And what you thought, might have been a good wage, you can get what you want, right? You're going to find out it's getting you very little, and you're struggling. Okay, people found out during the pandemic. All right, people were struggling, man. People that thought they're fairly well to do, nice house, nice car, whatever the case may be, man, they were going food banks, right? Except the food banks were struggling too to be able to support these people. So that's going to fail. All that's going to fail, man. Everybody's money is going to fail. Okay, the only people that, that is not really going to affect are the elite, because they already, they're ready for that event. It's everybody else that's not ready, right? They're going to find themselves, in that precarious situation, man, where they just don't know what the fuck to do because the money don't do shit no more. They run out. What do you do now? What does anyone do when you've got no money? You're screwed. You need money in this system, right? How are you going to eat? How are you going to feed your family? And like I said, it's gonna be turmoil out here, man, chaos. And so you just, people gonna bug out, man. It says, and when the money failed in the land of Egypt and in the land of Canaan, all the Egyptians came unto Joseph and said, "Give us bread," right? So you could say that in this situation, because the government, when supplies is tight as hard, like they commandeer things. The government commandeer things, right? Especially in terms of turmoil and so on, right? And so they're gonna freeze these these assets, these warehouses and stuff like that, man, and they're gonna be the ones distributing food to different places, people and whatever the case may be. All right, you're not gonna be able to go to the supermarket because you're gonna find that your local supermarket is empty, shut down, or whatever the case may be. You ain't gonna be able just to go and get food, right? So it's gonna be distributed from certain places, right, which the government's gonna take control of, right, to quote unquote make sure everybody gets what they need, right? But it's not gonna be enough for everybody, right? And that's just gonna be reality of it. Even though they may sit there and make it sound, make promises to you, oh yeah, we're gonna make sure everyone's looked after. In reality, it's just not gonna be possible, right? But they're gonna convince you. They're gonna give you hope that just come here, do this and whatever, fill this format, take this C-hip, you'll be fine, right? You can come down and pick up, your rations, man. All right. So, but again, they're gonna complain to the government, say, give us bread, right? Give us something to eat. Right? It says, give us bread, for why should we die in thy presence, right? For the money faileth. If we got no money, what the fuck do you want us to do? Oh, easy now, easy now. We got this scheme. We got this scheme for you, man. Just like I said, sign here, take this, take this MOTB, take this C-hip, and we're gonna make sure you and your family's fed. Yeah. because the money had failed, right? And they said they're taking cash from this system anyway. So you're gonna be forced onto this digital system, okay? And Joseph said, "Give your cattle, and I will give for you your cattle if money fell." Right? So now they're bartering, okay, giving cattle whatever they got. Houses ends up being land, ends up being themselves, right? As it goes on to read, right? It says, and they brought they brought their cattle onto Joseph, and Joseph gave them bread in exchange for horses and for the flocks, and for the cattle of the herds, and for the asses, and he fed them with bread for all their cattle for that year. Right? But the problem is you people ain't even got nothing to bargain or barter with. What people got really? Everything's getting repossessed. Houses are getting repossessed. Cars are getting repossessed. You ain't got shit anyway. You don't own no land. So you haven't got nothing to give. The only thing you had was this money, man, that everyone's fighting after. Is this money, and it's going to be gone. It's going to be worth nothing. When that year was ended, they came unto him the second year and said unto him, "We will not hide it from my Lord, how that our money is spent." Right? There's nothing left. "My Lord also have our herds of cattle. There is not aught left in the sight of our Lord." They have no possessions. They have nothing else. Right? But our bodies and our lands, that's all they had, was themselves and the land that they had. Right? So they were prepared and willing to become slaves to Pharaoh in order to receive food. Right? And it's going to be the same situation in this day and age, man. These people are prepared to give away everything just so that they can eat in that day. They're going to be prepared to take that seed and put it inside them, man. Right? And let the these governments, these elites, track and monitor everything that they do. All freedom gone. And now they're bought and paid for, so to speak. And they ain't gonna be able to do anything outside of what they want them to do. The government or the elite want them to do, man. They're not gonna be able to do it. They got the final say in everything. You're gonna be controlled. All right. Verse 20. And Joseph bought all the land of Egypt for Pharaoh, for the Egyptians sold every man his field, because the famine prevailed over them. So the land became Pharaoh's. And as for the people, he removed them to cities from one end of the borders of Egypt, even to the other end thereof. Right? And we see Esau creating these, 15-minute cities or whatever, and, he gentrifies, he moves people from one location to another, man. He's been doing it the whole time, but he's going to put you in specific areas and, smart cities and that, where everything can be just tracked and monitored with ease. He's also got his AI set up, these smart cities or whatever, and they're just constantly tracking and monitoring you and grading you, degrading you, like the system, the social credit system in China, constantly watching people and watching their movements and giving them, and for lack of a better words, grades, man. Good list, bad list, or fucking most wanted, all this kind of stuff, right? Or he dropped litter. He's a litter dropper. Minus 1,000 points. Now he can't do, he can't he can't travel outside a certain area, whatever the case may be. What you got to do is search up the social credit system in China, man. It will show you what that system's like. Right? And then man, put your face up on the billboards and all kinds of shit, man, to shame you and shit. So, he's all looking to have total control and dominance over these people, man, and dictate to people, what it is you want them to do. Right? You don't want you owning nothing. You don't want you driving cars nowhere because you're destroying the planet. You don't want you eating meat, right? So yeah, you ain't eating meat, right? You're gonna be eating insects and lab grown shit. All this stuff, man. It's not for you. That's the good stuff is for the elites, man. They're gonna enjoy the earth, right? Meats and fast travel and holidays and all these types of things. But you're gonna be struggling, right? You're gonna be getting the BS of everything, the minimum, the essentials, so you could operate and function in this system if you're necessary. You know, if you're necessary. Esau might just decide to kill your ass, man. But anyway, that's the type of future that Esau is working towards, man. And this CHIP, the MOTB, it plays a major part in that. All right, but that's just a little insight into the future. But we know the Most High is going to upset Esau's plans, right? Or ultimately, these people are going to take the CHIP, man. But Esau going to be able to consolidate his power. He's not going to have that rule over the people, man, because the elect, they're going to be delivered. All right, once the elect are delivered, Esau's kingdom's over. Yahushua is going to return with the angels and destroy this kingdom. All right. But yeah, Revelations 13 and 16, he said, he calls all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand on their foreheads. Right. So this is what Esau wants. Right. And no man might buy or sell. Right. You can't buy or sell. Right. Without his say so. Without having this mark, for one. Right. Which enables you, okay, to interact with his system. Okay. Using these digital currencies, man, through the blockchain and all that. So Esau can, identify it where everything that's going on. Right? But cash is not a part of the system. Cash is not going to be legal tender. Cash is not going to be worth anything. So it said that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. Right? So you want to, you require this to be able to receive anything or do anything. This is from Exodus chapter 21, verse 5, right? And this is a law for a servant, right? So to speak, right? So it says, and if the servant shall, verse 5, and if the servant shall plainly say, I love my master, my wife, and my children, because he would have gotten them from the master, right? So really they're the master's possession, okay? The wife, the woman that was given to him, and therefore any child that he has, belongs to the master, a servant of his house. Right. So if it be that it comes to a point where the servants, can go out free, be a free man, right? That the servant can say, I want to stay, basically, right, and serve this master for the rest of my life because I got my wife and my children here and I love them, right? And he wants to stay. Okay, understandable, right? So he says, if the servant shall plainly say, I love my master, my wife, and my children, I will go out free. Then his master shall bring him unto the judges. He shall also bring him to the door, or unto the doorpost, and his master shall bore his ear through with an awl, and he shall serve him forever, right? So it's the same kind of admission from this, from these people that will take, or that are going to take the CHIP, right? You're basically declaring that, yes, we trust you, Esau. We love the system. We want to live in your world. We want you to rule over us. Okay, we put our faith and trust in you. And so we're going to take the CHIP as a mark, as a branding, as a declaration that we're with you, and we're prepared to serve you forever. That's what you're doing. That's what you're doing. That's what you're declaring, man. Right? Because in that moment in time when that's all going down, it's not going to seem like there's any other option. Right? But we know that us men that are in the truth, we know there is another option. Right? We know the Most High exists. Okay, we know that the Most High is in control. Okay, we know this is all part of prophecy. Right? And the Most High have commanded for those that believe not to take this mark, not to bend the knee, so to speak, to Esau. Right? To serve him, because we serve Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Right? And so, we're going to remain adamant, Lord willing. Lord, keep the spirit upon us, man, to keep that faith and reject Esau's mark, man. Right? And fight. Okay, and allow the Lord to provide for us, man, in those times of trouble. Okay, because this is just a trap. Everything that's going to happen is a trap to take Esau's mark, man. So he can rule over you. but it's the Most High that rules over the men on, over earth, right? Over the kingdom of men. It's the Most High, and those that put their trust and faith in Him, okay, are gonna do as He said. Okay. So in that moment in time, that's what you're declaring, that Esau is your master and that you want to stay underneath him. You want him ruling over you forever, even though he's been the fucking devil, right? And he's been treating everybody like shit, really, right? Exploiting and extorting everybody, right? He's not been fair to no one, not even his own people, right? But you're gonna, because you're of the world, you don't know anything else. You don't, see anything else. You don't believe in anything else. Because you want to stay with your families and all that kind of stuff, man. You're gonna take this mark. You want to feed them and protect them, and that these are noble ideas. Obviously, everyone wants to protect their families and that kind of stuff, man. But this isn't the way. Okay, bowing down to Esau is not the way. Okay, you're gonna get everybody killed, right? Because the Most High is gonna bring a judgment against them that take his mark. Take Esau's mark. Okay, and that's the part factoring in, right? Because you don't believe. All right. So I'm going to close out with this. Is Revelation 14:9. Says, and the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand. Okay, that's predominantly where they're going to be. Right, that's where they're going to put it. Okay, we've seen Elon Musk and some other companies, using brain chips and all that kind of stuff. Right, we've got people out here using chips in their hands to board trains and to open doors and to make payments, to hold information on. Right, we've seen all this. We're seeing all this now, right? And it's just a matter of time until these things become really mainstream. Like I said, that blockchain technology is being worked on every day. And these banks are working behind the scenes to incorporate it into the system. Okay, it's all wrapping up. Okay, it's all soon to come. Okay. Verse 10, it says, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of God, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. Right. So, like I said, you're gonna get everybody killed, man. Thinking that you're, he that seek to save the life shall lose it. Right. You're thinking that you're here defending, your family, defending yourself, right? Trying to survive. You're gonna find out you did everything everything that you've done led to your destruction. Because you have no faith. You didn't believe in the word of the Heavenly Father, man. Verse 11, and the smoke of their torment ascendeth up forever and ever, and they have no rest day nor night, who worship the beast and his image, okay, i.e. his system. You love oppression, man. You love the system. You love Esau. You love the fact that he's running the system. You guys like to talk shit, man, but you wouldn't have it any other way, man. You love Esau. You don't want to see him come out of power. You just want a better devil in the in different positions of power, whatever the case may be. You love Esau, man. But this is what happens. When you trust the devil, man. All right. And they have no rest day nor night, who worship the beast and his image, and whosoever receiveth the mark of his name. All right. So that's how they're gonna go out, man. For those that believe in Esau, believe in his system, okay, believe that taking his mark is gonna save them. Okay, that's all a lie. Okay, and you're gonna find out when the Most High brings the judgment against you, man. Okay, and the elect are, taken up or delivered from this hellhole. All right, but yeah, I'm gonna end it there. Lord, this has been edifying, and I'll catch you, brothers and sisters, on the next video. So till next time, I say shalom.